Yo, what's up? Yep, once again, people, you starting to see evil at work. You might be saying to yourself, what does he mean by that? Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to those who hit up the Cash App. My Cash App is in there, Carcino. You see it at the bottom banner. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate that. Um, what's happening? The Patreon is doing well. The Carcino for Life Patreon. We got a lot of things we're going to share over there about this. It's a lot of things that's been moving on behind the scenes. And you've been seeing public statements to try to save face because the Israelite brothers from Brooklyn, um, I think they're from Brooklyn, and they from New York. They all went to the Barclays and did a peaceful protest for Kyrie Irving. But it's drawing the negative attention away from the basketball game and away from the Brooklyn Nets. Um, Everyone who has went down these tropes or these roads have found this incident to be more troubling than what it's worth. All of the people's outrage has caused Hebrews to Negroes, the book, to be top 6 selling on Amazon. And the movie is in what, the top 7, top 5? So they've done nothing but to promote what they claim they dislike. You just gave that film $20 million of promotion. For a film you're outraged about. You gave it $20 million plus of promotion. So Kyrie Irving was supposed to sit out 5 games, right? And then he would return. So the 5 games are up. So he should be playing on this road trip. But the owners, Joe Tsai, who is a chairman at Alibaba, and Alibaba has an involvement situation and a protest over human rights, over possible genocide that is happening in China with the Muslims there. Joe Tsai has yet to address these issues. Then, or Alibaba's involvement. Then, as the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, his net worth is about $8 billion. His general manager, who is a Jewish man, goes by the name of Sean Marks. He seems to hold personal grudges and seems to be wanting to hash out harsh punishment towards Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving has to bend to his will, his way, what he wants. And even though Adam Silver, who was a Jewish man, sat with Kyrie Irving, spoke to Kyrie Irving, and they had a very productive conversation. And at the end of it, Adam Silver said, I believe Kyrie Irving isn't an as anti-Semitic human being. Then Joe Tsai and his wife met with Kyrie Irving. After the end of the day, he concludes the same thing. I don't think Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. So you would think this would make the way for a return for Kyrie Irving to the basketball court. What is happening here is they're trying to put a smiley face on a bad situation. But why isn't he back? Sean Marks is like, no, he's still got stuff to do. Why are you still trying to put the noose around his neck? Why are you still trying to make him jump through rings? Just so he can honor his contract by playing basketball. It was a tweet. Why do you think the other players in the player union is shocked at what the Brooklyn Nets are doing? So how much of this decision and power seems to be going away from the general manager and Joe Tsai, who supposedly is the owner of the team? How much is he really running the team? Because he's being overshadowed and outruled by the general manager. So are you really the proxy? What's going on here? Is Sean Marks really the boss of Joe Tsai? Joe really can't fire him unless he talks to those people? Is that what's happening here? He's still fuming that you fired Steve Nash, his buddy. They had to pull that trigger when Sean Marks is the one that needs to go. He's the one that traded James Harden for Ben Simmons, and this man is still on the general manager of the team. I bet you the fans don't want Sean Marks there. And you're going to risk losing your star players for Sean Marks. What they want to do is put a good spin on it so they could say, oh, Kyrie's not this person, he's not that. So they could trade him. You can't make the guy look like a problem when you want to trade him and get rid of him. He doesn't want to play for you guys anymore. He just wants to play basketball, but Brooklyn is done. This has been too many incidents in which the team has showed their true colors. The negotiations that took place for the extension, in our opinion, was like not very well received. As once again, Sean Marks coming with a list of demands. Kyrie Irving got to follow these codes, or we can't have Kyrie Irving on the team. Like, you got to agree to this. You got to play this many amounts of games. It's like he keeps trying to recreate rules back to 1837 or something. Who is Sean Marks to keep trying to alter what a deal is supposed to be? I have a job and an obligation to play basketball. If I'm hurt or injured, I'm not going to be without pay. if you're sick, do you think you should get paid, Sean Marks? Hmm? If you get on a car accident on your way to the game, and you got to go to the hospital, should they say you didn't make it to a certain amount of games? Hmm? Through all of this, Sean Marks, who's the general manager, you seen more about the owner than you seen about the general manager. Why didn't the general manager go sit with Kyrie Irving? Why didn't Sean Marks go over there? He's a Jewish man. He's the one that was insulted. Why weren't you there? Why didn't you go sit with Kyrie Irving? Sean Marks was a journeyman in the NBA. For those who don't know, before he was general manager, he came here from New Zealand. Okay, and then he started playing, and I remember him on the Suns. He had the wild, freaky hair. Right, just a waste of space in the league. He never amounted to anything as a player. I don't even know how he lasted as long as he did, but these guys can get a career in the NBA. I don't know. He went to Cal, second round pick. I think he came in the year, like 2 years after Kobe and them came in the league. So he got there in probably like '98. Then he was an assistant coach with the Spurs. And since then, being a Spurs assistant coach got him in position to become a general manager. I'm like, man, I need to be on the Spurs. I mean, as soon as he retired, y'all, thank you for hitting the like button. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the notification bell. But Sean Marks, let me tell you about Sean Marks. Sean Marks, right? And hear me out. Sean Marks was retired in 2011. 2012, he was named to basketball assistant for the San Antonio Spurs. And then he was the general manager for the other team that they owned, the Austin Toros. Then the next year, he was an assistant coach for the Spurs. Then when they beat the Heat and won the championship in 2014, he went to the front office. So from 2011 to 2014, he's in the front office. He was an assistant general manager. And then in 2016, he became the Nets general manager on a 4-year deal. And that's when they had the Russian owner. Marks was his guy. Then the Russian guy kind of bowed out, and Joe Tsai came in. So Sean Marks is not his guy. Joe Tsai and Sean Marks. Marks was there first. That's right. He was there first. So when good old Joe comes around, Marks is already there. And for some reason, it seems like Marks got more power than him. When have you seen the owner in the headlines more than you see the general manager? You don't see it. That never happens. That the general manager is more protected than the owner. So the owner got to go sit with Kyrie Irving. The owner and his wife is doing all this stuff, and the general manager is nowhere to be found. Where do they do that at? Why did Kevin Durant say, I want Sean Marks and Steve Nash gone before I come back? And the owner took up for his coaching staff and his team, the Brooklyn Nets. So in 2019, he bailed out the Brooklyn Nets, took over the team. And once he took over the team in 2019, and they got rid of the old owners, whose job was basically to gentrify the area from the Russian billionaire who felt like, uh, I don't really want it. Now, he invested in the NBA team back in 2017. He bought 49% of the stake from the Nets. And that deal came at like 2.3 billion with the team option to buy the remaining shares in 2021. So he exercised that option to buy the remaining shares in 2019. Now, since he's acquired that acquires the Long Island Nets, the G League, they got the NBA 2K League, and he's got the WNBA Liberty, right? So they bought the New York Liberty from the Knicks, basically, Pat Dolan and all of them. So they bought the Liberty from them. So Madison Square Garden Company basically owned them, which is Adam Dolan. Dolan didn't care about that anymore, so he let the Liberty go, and sure enough, that's what it was. Now, Joe Tsai, as I told you, is worth $8 billion. Why on earth is this man being led by Sean Marks. You would think Sean Marks is the owner and Joe Tsai is the general manager. Joe Tsai, the owner, said, I don't think he's anti-Semitic at all. Said, oh yeah, we made huge steps to get him back on the court. That's all he's talking about. Then all of a sudden, Sean Marks is like, oh no, he still got things to do. And then right after that, Joe Tsai echoes the same thing Sean Marks said, right? Oh, he's just not. It's not time yet. He still got some stuff to do. Whoa, that's not what you were saying to the press. What stuff do we got to do? What's next? You gonna make him do some push-ups? Ah, damn. I swear, what's next? They're gonna take him to court. Then they lose there. They're gonna get him what? They're gonna be on the tennis court. Come on. Come on. You know you're wrong. What in the world is this? And my thing is, where is the players union? They said they finna get involved. They said they finna appeal. But damn, if they finna appeal, why the hell ain't he on the court? Because damn it, he served it already. Did they vote it down? Nobody's happy because nobody wins in the situation. The Brooklyn Nets look bad. This whole thing has tainted them. And once Kyrie's gone, I'm sorry, KD, I'm out. I'm out, bruh. I don't like what the Brooklyn Nets have done. And from what I'm seeing, like what it looks like they're about, it's not what I'm on. I don't feel it at all. Oh, Joe Tsai is never gonna have Daryl Morey with him. Kevin Durant go to New Jersey. I mean to 76ers for Joel Embiid. That would be crazy. Because that would be stupid. If you was to trade Kevin Durant with Joel Embiid, you just got a bigger problem on your hands. Joel Embiid has had, I mean, Joel Embiid has had a horrible start to the season. I don't think he was in shape. Well, you got a lot of people who didn't hesitate to support Joe Tsai when he was going through his situation, the NBA rather. Daryl Morey put out his support for the protesters in Hong Kong, while Joe Tsai, who was a chairman of Alibaba, stayed the course. Now, when you stay the course, you created a whole new situation for yourself. You're saying basically, oh, so this is what we finna do. So now we gonna stay the course. We just gotta stay quiet. The NBA is not gonna say anything because China has them by the balls. There are more people viewing the NBA in China than it is in the United States of America. and they know it. That is their bread and butter. That's who makes their clothes, their jerseys. That's where their money is. That's where they are advertising. That's why they have players. They're star players. Go to China every year to do events, autograph signings. This is why they go. China loves basketball. The Philippines love basketball. That's like their main sport. They love it. So Stephon Marbury was able to go there and find a home, and they built a statue of him there. Why they booed him here? Well, so it's a lot of different situations spinning right now. But that was one of the main ones. Like, I'm not going to hold you all day and go over it, but I think somebody needs to point out the fact that Sean Marks' name is not being mentioned. He's staying way in the background. And Joe Tsai is out there, the owner. The owner pays the general manager and the president of basketball operations to be dealing with this. So why is he dealing with it? That tells you there's problems amongst the ranks greater than what you know. So, on that note, thank you for your time. I appreciate all of you. God bless and good night. And don't forget, support my man's channel, Carsino for Life. That's my man's 100 grand. You got you already know about supporting Carsino for Life because you already own it. Welcome to HDTV, Seahawks, Jose Rodriguez, Ticket TV, Kwame Brown, Bus Life 2.0, One Crack News. Who else did we forget to mention? Dreamers Pro. He's been doing some great work. Uh, the Star Report. You know, I don't get a chance to check Star out as much as I used to, but I've donated to the machine before. Been on the machine. Chris Carlson for Ropedo Radio. Definitely check him out. Sean, the boxing socialist. Now I think he's changed it to boxing and basketball. Who else? I can't remember him right now, but the Screen Fiend movie channel. We've been talking about Black Panther 2 all week. So, yeah, you know, we active. We getting stuff done. So, God bless. I'm out.